Since I discovered these two simple tips, I noticed that my level of doubt, whether it's decisions, self-doubt, lack of confidence, etc., has gone dramatically down. As a content creator, you're faced with multiple decisions every single moment and have to constantly see whether this one is still good, whether this strategy still holds, and so forth. There's this cloud of questions that constantly blurs our attention. But it was especially during one of these intense days that I found out that I could solve most of them, thanks to a simple trick, which is have a when in doubt option. Big transportation companies use this kind of when in doubt option, and in their case it's when in doubt, always choose the right turn, because it's been proven to be a solid rule of thumb for cutting costs and time. And in my case, whenever I'm working and don't know how to proceed, my when in doubt option is go slower, because then it will be much clearer and I can speed up later. And when I cannot find a story, my when in doubt option here is to add the most personal one. Simply recall what I just did. And when I need to decide which AI tool to talk about, I choose the one with most expertise and most relevancy. Just having that default fallback option, call it that, makes it so much better. The second trick came to me after remembering my most favorite book of all time, Anti-Fragile. The core theme of the book is that there are 3 different properties. For example, if you need motivation to do your work, then you're fragile because you need something. If it's not there, then you cannot do the work. When you're robust, you don't need motivation. You can just proceed and do what you want. But aside from needing motivation, not needing motivation, the anti-fragile case is to actually have the opposite of motivation. You seek demotivation. You look forward to those times when you're demotivated, because then you can show yourself that regardless of how you feel, you can always come back on top. That in turn gives you the evidence and ultimately confidence for you to be a very disciplined and superhuman, call it that. Like whenever you're tired, whenever you're worried, whenever you feel like all what you've done has all led up to nothing and so forth, these are the treasury moments, call it that, if we seek those negative factors. These are the software installation updates in which you could proceed much faster than everyone else. And as a bonus one, this kind of relates back to the backwards law, which Alan Watts talks about, in which you essentially need to do the opposite to get what you want. If you want to go faster, rather than just trying to load up with various stress and stimulants, try instead to slow down and find the thing that prevents you from going faster, solve that, and then it goes extremely fast. Whenever you want to get into some kind of a flow state, by just realizing and accepting that you're not in a flow state, you ultimately come to that, because you're not in your own head, you're in the environment. If you want more success, try to go for more failure, because then it gives you the information to get the success. If you want to be happy and comfortable, seek unhappiness and discomfort, but in a way that is very practical too. And if you want to have better thoughts and insights, don't necessarily just reflect, just move fast and do whatever you want, and you will see that you observe things you haven't really seen before, and those are the good reflections. With that said, I hope you found this as mind-blowing as I got. Now it feels like everything is a challenge, everything is a game that I'll always win no matter what. Such a great feeling. I'll see you in this video right here, and always remember that you're the most amazing human being alive.